Panel boards generally require a main breaker or main lugs when fed from a service entrance or distribution equipment. This is required to provide a means of disconnecting the entire panel board and its associated circuits from the power source for safety and maintenance purposes. The need for a main breaker or main lug depends on the following factors. Firstly, service entrance. If the panel board is directly fed from a service entrance, meaning the utility supply, it must have a main circuit breaker rated for the maximum service ampacity. Secondly, distribution equipment. If the panel board is fed from distribution equipment such as transformers or subpanels, a main breaker or main lugs is needed to disconnect the panel board from the distribution equipment. In the case of a setup coming from a 480 volts bus ductor transformer, which then feeds a 120/208 volts panel, the panel board requires a main breaker or main lugs. You can choose either a main breaker or main lugs for the panel board. A main breaker provides the convenience of a single disconnecting device, while main lugs require a separate external disconnect, for example, a fuse switch or circuit breaker upstream. The 480 volts tap switch, if it is in line of sight and accessible, can be considered the panel disconnect. However, it is important to ensure that the tap switch has the appropriate interrupting rating for the fault currents at the point of installation. Based on the provided information, it is recommended to install a main breaker in the 120/208 volts panel board for safety and ease of maintenance. The 480 volts tap switch can serve as the line of sight disconnect, provided it meets the necessary interrupting capacity requirements.